I've really been struggling with that. Hi, my name is Katinka. I'm the seamstress at the cottage and welcome. Today is Friday, so that means it's Fridaysews. It's a hashtag where we talk about what we've been sewing and everything else. And it was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. So let's start about what I'm making. No, first I'm going to tell you. The last time I sat here and I chatted to you, I was going to go on a trip and I did that. It went well. But again, I realized that I needed clothes. Those of you who've been with me for a while know that I've traveled the world for the last 3 years basically. And in January, I came back to South Africa. But some of my things are still stuck in England. Basically, 3 suitcases. So I have a closet full of clothes, but some of the things that make it more versatile is in my suitcases. So I've been looking at the gaps in my wardrobe and thinking, I'm just going to wait until I get my clothes back. But the reality is, I don't know when that's going to be. I haven't come up with a solution yet. So in the meantime, I think it's time to start sewing. We are moving into spring, and spring in Cape Town is beautiful. The flowers are exquisite, but the wind and the allergies is no fun. I usually get used to a new space after about a year, so I know this year it's not going to be easy, and I'm just bracing myself for the itchiness and the runny noses and everything else. But this week I've been working in here, well actually that's just the last day, and this fabric was given to me by a friend. She gave me this and this, and it is so beautiful. It's got the most beautiful print. It's Indian block print fabric, and she got it from a boutique that sold out their scraps, and then she gave me 2 pieces. This one was 2 meters, and originally I looked at it and I thought, no, it should be a dress, but I've realized I need a shirt in my wardrobe that I can use like a jacket or just in general. So I thought about it, and this is actually perfect. Then I looked through my pattern stash, and the one I wanted to make, I don't have anymore. But this one, or actually I have it, it's also my suitcase in England. This one is a very nice shirt, and I've made it before, and it really fits nicely. The only thing, the shoulders comes low, so I've cut the shoulders up a bit higher. But I love that it can be worn like a jacket as well as a shirt. And the other thing I will do is I will round the bottom of it. I had to make it shorter, this much, like that, because let's measure it. Actually, I have a ruler here. So that much, 4 centimeters. I had to make it shorter, 4 centimeters, because I just didn't have enough fabric. I also had to give the sleeve a seam over here, and I also had to do the under collar in another color, and my my facing is also in another color. But you're not going to see that, and I'm at a place where I'd rather have just a handful of fabric scraps left over, that's not even part of it, than to have tons of scraps, and then what do you do with it? So this is literally everything that's left of this piece of fabric. This one I have a bit more left over because she gave me 3 pieces. One was just like a strip, and the other 2, the one was 2 meters. Hello Valley, Valentina's down here. The one was 2 meters, and the one was 2.5 meters. So that one I'm turning into a dress. I've always loved this top, and I made a dress like similar to this in England, and I sold it in the end because there was no space in my suitcase. But when I saw this fabric, I just realized this is perfect. So I cut it out. But the problem is, this is Indian block print, literally out of Indian. So it's 100% cotton. I love it. It's beautiful. But I don't know if you've ever went to India and you've ever been to their fabric stores or where you can find fabrics. There's a certain smell on the Indian fabric. It's like a chemical, I think. It almost smells like TDT, that harsh chemical that they used in the 60s and 70s. So I've washed it twice already, and I think my friend also washed it, and it's still smelly, but she said it will come out. But it's given me such hay fever, so I can only work on it for a little while, and then I need to move on because everything starts running. So back to the things that I'm working on. I've done the collar. There you can see the bottom collar. I need to iron it. The shirt is all together. I want to give it pockets. I feel there is space for a pocket on the shirt. So I still need to cut it out. I do have more of this fabric left over. I'll do the pockets in that. And then it's buttonhole, putting the facings and doing the buttonholes. So the collar, the facings, and the buttonholes. This is still part of the sleeve. It needs to get a cuff like that. And then that shirt is done. So it's actually still a lot, but I'm happy with where I'm at. This one I cut out, and I cut the skirt long to my ankles because I want a long flowy dress. Now I haven't started on this. I was going to just do it in the white cotton, but I have exactly this color blue. So I'll wait until I finish that one, and then I'll start with this one. But I'm actually at a place. I started with a bang this morning. I was keen on finishing and continuing, and then I forgot I needed to go to a friend. So off I went, and when I got back it was like 12 o'clock. So I haven't got as much done as I wanted to. Then, speaking about the wardrobe. Spring, South Africa, love it, beautiful. But especially Cape Town, the wind sometimes is really icy. So that's why I'm doing more long sleeve things, because then you can just roll them up. Oh, Buddy, wat maak jy? That's the problem if you have a very intelligent dog. He just looked at that pedal for the sewing machine and decided, let's see what happens when I step on it. He had such a fright. The poor thing is now hiding here with me. Anyway, back to spring in South Africa. So I need pants. I actually don't have a pair of white pants. And Cape Town, you need to be flowy and summery and blue and white, and I don't have white pants. So I have this curtain that I've done something out of already, if I look at it like this. But it's quite a big one. And look at this beautiful texture in it. Can you see? I hope you can see because it's so pretty. So I think this needs to be white-legged pants. Now, I have a pattern that I've been using forever and a day that basically folds over with a piece of t-shirting. And I love those types of pants because they really are flattering and comfortable. And especially with my tactile intolerance, some days my teeth itches when my clothes are not right. Now it sounds strange, but it literally feels like my teeth are itching if my clothes are not the right fit or feeling or anything. So I've learned that specific pattern actually works really well. So I'm going to make that out of this. And the other thing, it's quick. This shirt has taken me the whole day, and I've realized my tolerance for things that take time is not that high at the moment. I need to work on it, but then again, I'm not sewing fit, so what do I expect? I haven't really sewed properly for a long time. So that's the one thing. I need a pair of wide-legged pants, but then I also need a pair of more like stovepipe. So I have down here white denim that I showed you some time, I think 2 years ago or a year ago, and that will make the perfect pair of pants. But I'm quite not scared, careful, because I'm afraid that I might make it and not wear it, because I often do that when I make pants that fit me properly. They just don't fit me the right way, and even when I buy pants I don't always like it. That's why I'm mostly in dresses. But with the wind here, that's a problem, because I don't want to have my knickers shown to the world when the wind grabs my dress and put it over my head, because it does that. So yeah, I don't know what to do yet. I do have bloomers, but I kind of feel like so my life is different parts. One part is more professional, the other part is floaty and whimsical, and then there's just the normal part. And there's all these different parts, and I don't know how to marry them with my clothes. I've really been struggling with that, because I've always been like over the top and bloomers and dresses and frills, and I just don't feel it anymore. I love it still, and I think it's comfortable, but it's not completely me. So I don't know exactly what to do about that yet. Maybe I should go to the shops and just fit a few things and decide what I like and what I don't like. But that's such a tedious experience. I don't know. We'll see. Let me make these pants and see what happens. But first I need to finish this dress and this shirt. And the reality is I might finish the shirt and hate it. That's also a possibility. So I think that's part of the reason why I'm not really sewing that much at the moment, because I'm not sure about what I like anymore. Have you ever got to that point? I don't know. It's like I hit 50 and I'm not comfortable in my skin. It's the weirdest feeling. I don't actually have words for it. I just know that I don't know. I don't even know what I know. Anyway, I'll figure it out. It's not your problem. I'm just using you as a sounding board today. So that's all the sewing today. Some knitting. I am still working on the socks that I showed you in January. I'm doing a hat that I've lost interest in. I'm working on a cardigan, and yeah, I think with being all over and doing a lot of things at the moment and trying to find my equilibrium again, I am really struggling with my ADHD. And it was so funny. When I was now with work away, I was actually meeting up with a friend that I haven't seen for a long time. And we were chatting, and halfway through, I remembered I had to do something else. And I said, just wait till I'll be back. And my other friend that was with me, she turned to her apparently and she said, oh, that's Katinka. And this friend said, yeah, I know. It was so funny that they actually know me like this all over the show. But I'm really trying to be more focused. And most of the time, it is successful. But I also find that when I'm stressing, and I do think I'm stressing at the moment, I do get a bit flustered and distracted. That's the word, distracted. So, sewing is my happy place. It is the space where I just relax. But I find sewing for myself at the moment quite a challenge. But I do need to sew for myself because I need clothes and I hate buying stuff. And I have all these fabrics and it's time to use them up. So I'm going to take you on this journey of figuring out what I like again. And we might make stuff and hate it, but I've got lots of friends who's always happy when I give them stuff. So it might just be a season of subconsciously making clothes for my friends. I really appreciate each of you who spend time here. And I say it every time, but I really, really appreciate you. And I just thank you for listening to my rambling, cheering me on when I do stuff, and just in general, being kind and thoughtful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.